In St Albans, Marion and Alan have lived with Alan's hoarding for over 30 years.
Absolutely fabulous. Pretty woman. I don't want to remove too many because if this lot slides, the whole lot will go down.
At the moment, there's not one room that we can use properly. Alan's possessions are in the kitchen. They completely fill the dining room. I haven't been in the living room for maybe 2 years, since he blocked the doorway up.
In their 3-bedroom semi, there's only one place that Marion can actually sit down. Alan's hoard has reached epic proportions. It's taken over the entire backyard and the front garden too.
Emotionally, I do value these things. I feel comfortable with them. They're not in the way.
I don't really know what to expect. Hello.
Hello.
Come on.
Hello, Jasmine. Really nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you for having me round.
It's not very easy to get in.
Don't worry. What's in there?
That's our living room. It's not in the moment.
Whose are all these old VHSs?
They're all Alan's.
The trouble is, watch them?
Well, the trouble is we can't get into the room where the video might be.
So these are the 2 bedrooms next door and here?
Next door, and then there's a small one here which you can't even see. The door is there. You can't even see the door.
So you both sleep
in that much bed?
There.
I'm afraid so. It's not much, is it? It's probably half.
Is that the bathroom?
That's the bathroom.
What about getting showered and things like that?
Not at the moment.
You can't get
to the shower? Go to my dad or a friend.
So when's the last time you were able to use the shower?
A year ago.
Really?
On my own shower, yeah.
Where does he get stuff from?
Just walking around and finding things. Skips are good. Charity shops. Anything anybody's thrown out would come back here.
Has he been like this ever since you've known him?
It wasn't really showing itself until he got 2 redundancies, one following on another. I think that's a trigger. It's like his possessions took the place of his family and his friends. And it makes you anxious.
Which part of it make you anxious? If someone comes to the door?
Yes.
Or...
The embarrassment of it, I suppose.
Despite their piles of possessions, many hoarders remain in denial.
Hello, Jasmine.
Nice to meet you. Alan, do you think that you have a problem with hoarding possessions?
Hoarding it? Well, I know it looks higgledy-piggledy at the moment, but tidied up and put in its place. See, nothing is in its right place. It's just laying about.
So you think it's just because there's not adequate storage?
Exactly, yeah.
So with the books, do you have any idea how many you've got?
Oh, I could fill a bookshop. I look at these books as friends. Everyone's a friend. Oh, you crunched all that wood now.
What wood?
Oh.
Don't do it to annoy you.
No, smashed all that down.
In St Albans, Alan's hoard no longer fits into his house, and his back and front gardens are piled high with clutter. The garden's such an eyesore that 4 months ago the local council took legal action, requiring Marion and Alan to clear the garden or risk prosecution. They now have 2 weeks until their deadline.
I'm feeling anxious because when you don't know what's going to happen, it's, you know, you worry. And if Alan doesn't cooperate, where do we go? He's got to change something because it's got to be done.
Today, I've asked Alan to try and make a start clearing his garden. I want to see whether everything means something to him or whether he can let some things go. I know that from working with my mum and working through her possessions. Initially, it's very, very difficult and you have to take it slowly. I think that the key to working with Alan is going to be letting him make the decisions. Should we have a look through them?
Keep them.
Want to keep them all?
Yeah, all the magazines.
Can we throw the wet books? But you need to look at the books first. Right, OK. You want these?
Yeah.
For moving a fridge?
Move anything.
Oh, anything? Logically, when are we going to be moving anything?
Oh, for God's sake.
No, don't go, don't go. I'll find somewhere for them inside if you really want to have them.
Put them under the bed, then.
Can that go?
No.
Right. You already had lots of paper. No. Paper's here, there's papers there.
That still pile of stuff you said can go?
Yeah, I can see that most of that we don't really want anymore.
That's good.
No, if I'd have had more time, I might have decided differently.
After a full day's work, Alan's only managed to clear a tiny area of the garden. Having seen how difficult it is for Alan to part with any of his hoard, I'm worried that at this rate, they won't get it cleared on time.
Hi, Alan. My big worry, Alan, is that I don't know how you're going to be able to prioritise pleasing the council and keeping the stuff that you want to keep.
See, I've never looked on it as a problem. It's other people's problem. I was always taught you don't interfere with other people, so...
But there's the risk of getting prosecuted or, you know, the risk of a fine. I mean, are you worried at all about the council?
Well, it's no good worrying. It's no good worrying about it.
Alan may not be worried, but I know that Marion is.
How easy do you find it to talk to Alan about this problem?
Not very easy at all. The trouble is that I've spent a lot of time not doing anything, not trying to change it, because I know it's going to make Alan angry.
What is it then that pushes his buttons or gets him angry?
Anybody taking, moving, or even sort of threatening to move things.
How are you feeling about the council situation?
I try not to let myself think about it because I don't know how to cope with it. If I allow myself really to think how enormous it is, I'll fall apart. And I'm no good to anybody falling apart.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
I just don't know how it's possible to get through to him that what he's doing is hurting himself and hurting Marion.